unfortunate to see you again in such a short space of time. Detention for, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th time this month. Now, I've decided it may be better for you to receive one-on-one detention, because clearly you're not really benefiting from the group discipline sessions. Now, at the Calm Academy of Excellence, it's imperative that everybody falls in line, because in order to be excellent, you must follow the rules. So, let me look at Miss Haver's report. Okay. Phone was out in class again. Headphones in, and you were caught watching a YouTube video. Now, I'm not particularly au fait with the kids' technologies these days, but I believe the YouTube is a video site, and I would imagine that it is full of things that aren't child friendly, and therefore you shouldn't be watching them in class, let alone at all. Okay, so she said that you were watching something called ASMR. Would you like to explain to me, please, what that is? Right. Helps you sleep. And let's focus on that for a second. Why would you need to sleep when you're learning? Because there is simply no need for sleep in class, is there? Okay, right. And why else do you watch it? Just for sleep? Okay, to ease your anxiety. Right, I'm going to make a little bit of a note here. I will be looking into ASMR and seeing if it's appropriate to be viewed within school premises, within break hours, but not within classroom hours, okay? Now, looking back at the past reasons why you have attended detention, let's see. Number 1 was phone use. Number 2 was passing notes in class. Number 3 was turning up at least 20 minutes late to class. Number 4, phone use again. And of course, number 5, phone use. So we have contacted your superiors, otherwise known as your parents, and they will be coming to see me, okay? Now, I may only be deputy headmistress, but Georgina is away, and therefore what I say goes. No, Miss Inglesey, not Georgina. Right, anyway, okay, so for me, during my boarding school days, I found the most useful discipline was almost the most mundane, just focusing the mind on very simple tasks. Now, we normally use methods such as having to read and recite certain things, write essays. I'd like to try just a a different approach. Perhaps we can have a little discussion about discipline. And are you a fan of word games? No. Oh, well, all the better then, because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing some very, very simple things with words, because what is better than teaching you how to be a refined human than learning more about the English language? So, I have you here the dictionary. So, I'm going to think about what I'm going to do. Perhaps a little spelling to start with, seeing as you spend so much time on your phone. Let's see if your vocabulary has been affected. Now, I won't need to write anything for the moment. I'm going to simply pick a word at random, and I'd like you to spell it. Okay, and we're going to do this for a little bit. Okay, I want to assess how your general skills have been affected by being on your phone so much. So, if you'd like to sit up straight for me. Thank you. Right then, let's start with the A's. Let's pick a word at random. Accumulate. Accumulate. Could you please spell that? You don't know what that means. Let me give you the dictionary definition to see if that helps you. Narrowing to a sharp point, as some types of leaf make pointed or sharp. It's very simple. Accumulate. A-C-U-M-I-N-A-T-E. Accumulate. Not a good start. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll move through the alphabet, shall we? Could you continue to sit up straight? Thank you. I'll be reporting this back to your parents, so best behaviour. Okay, the B's, the B's, the B's. Let's pick something interesting for you. You know, sometimes I just like to sit and read the dictionary. It's very interesting. I'm sure you won't agree though. Right. Yes. Probably won't know that one. Interesting. What do you mean you're bored? Well, I'm doing a good job then, aren't I? Because the aim of this is that you won't want to do detention with me again, because every single time that you get into trouble now, it will be this one-on-one session. And we'll be doing lovely things like this. And until you get at least 10 of them right, you won't be leaving. Okay? So, back to the B's. What shall I find for you? It's quite an easy one though, I suppose. Okay, a nice simple one for you. Bobsleigh. Yes, the snowy thing. Bobsleigh. No. Okay. That's not how you spell sleigh. That's how it's spelled on Instagram. And why would people be spelling it that way, may I ask? You slay, and that's a good thing? They want to be referred to as a sleigh. Right. Note to self. Add in to curriculum additional spelling classes. This is very, very worrying. See, this is the trouble with the youth today, being corrupted by social media, thinking that that is the correct spelling. Bobsleigh, B-O-B-S-L-E-I-G-H. Bobsleigh. That is how you spell sleigh, not S-L-A-Y, in that terms anyway. Okay? Right. Let's move on to the C's. Remember, if we're going to go through the alphabet, I expect at least 10 right, and I am being very generous there. Okay. Yes. Could do that a little bit mean, I suppose. Cafetiere. Your father has a cafetiere. Okay, very good. Then you should know how to spell it. Right. I see this is becoming a constant issue now. Listen to the pronunciation, okay? Cafetiere, not tear. Would you like to try it again? No. Okay. Cafetiere. C-A-F-E. You got that bit right. No, that doesn't count. T-I-E-R-E. Cafetiere. Very worrying indeed. And if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't like spending my time doing this. I am working on new curriculum, and I'm trying to do my best to impress the parents' board whilst your head mistress is away. So I have a lot on my plate, and I don't need people like you. Okay. So, moving past the C's, C's, going on to the D's. I'm going to give you more of an easy one. Okay, demonic. Like the devil, demonic. Very good. 1. Let me write that down. Nine more to go then. And let me just tell you this. When you're younger, when you don't obey the rules, you grow up to be slightly demonic, okay? And that is what you will become, because obeying the rules is the basis to a good, well-rounded person. And you are simply not conforming, and that really isn't good enough. Okay? Do you want to become demonic? No. Good. Let's move on then. Ears, ears, ears. One has come up. Elongated. Like I wish my legs were. No, carry on. Elongated. Long. Almost. Just think about it. Maybe I have misjudged you. 8 more to go. I have a book club tonight. I don't want to be late to that, so let's try and get a move on with spelling. Okay. That's quite good. Yes. Let's give you a challenge. Often the reason why people rebel is because they're not challenged enough mentally. So let's challenge you to see if you're up to it. Could do. Feudality. Feudality. No, it's not F-E-W. F-E-U-D, feud. Ality. A-L-I-T-Y, feudality. When would you ever use a word like that? Well, if you have aspirations to do a very good job, then you never know, do you? If you intend to be socialising with Instagrammers, then you're correct. I can't imagine the word is going to come up. But at this academy, the Academy of Excellence, we like to aim a little higher than an Instagrammer. So, with that in mind, gauziness. G A good Have you seen that word before? It's just yeah, it's okay, it's a little bit surprising. 7 more to go. Maybe we won't even make it through the whole alphabet. Who knows? Okay. H. A heteropod. A heteropod. Definition: marine invertebrate with a foot for swimming. Good. Stop. Okay, now just go back a little bit. H-E-T-E. Good. Heteropod. Good. Excellent. Now, do you see what you can achieve when you're not on your phone or passing notes or being distracted? This is what I mean. Maybe I'll have a word with your teachers. Perhaps they're just not tuning into your exact needs. Okay. Mind you, no one really quite has the knack at handling certain situations like I do. I received excellent training, of course, highly educated at the best universities. Top marks. Don't really know why I'm at an establishment like this, but never mind. I have greater hopes. And if I could just achieve the full headmistress position, then I could really make some changes. So, let's move on. Infallible golden curve. Isotron. Right. I must admit, you're surprising me. 5. 5 to go. It's very good. Very good. Okay, I'm going to keep all of this in mind. All I'm really looking for is some level of intelligence that proves to me that you're more than this detention business, because it's not a good look, and your parents pay a lot of money for this institution. Okay? So, do you want to let them down and be a failure? No. But there you go then. So, let's move on to the J's. J. Need to. Now, some people do get a little bit confused by this one. Julienne. You know, the way of cutting vegetables, julienne. Very good. Continue. I. Careful. Stop. Think. Julienne. Listen to the N sounding of the word. Reconsider. Excellent. I must admit, when I had your notes dropped on my desk, I was a little bit dubious as to whether you'd be up to something like this. But you've surprised me. 4 more to go. Let's see if you can continue on your lucky streak. Okay. K's then. K's. Let's see. Probably wouldn't know that to your age group. Could try this, at least make you learn something. Kieserite. Kieserite, the white mineral consisting of hydrated magnesium sulfate. Good. No, let me stop you. It's Kieserite. Now repeat it back to me. Good. So you are capable of listening then. Let's move on to the L's. 4 to go for you. Then we'll have a little chat about discipline. And then I may consider letting you leave a little early. Okay? So, let's go with Levantine. Cloth of twilled silk. Levantine. You do surprise me. That is correct. You're very tuned in to the sound of words. You say, though, you don't like word games. Have you ever tried them? Have you ever played something like Scrabble, Boggle, Word Wheels? Well, perhaps I'll recommend your parents get you some books. I think there's potential there. Well done. Okay, 3 more. Let's see how quickly you can do this. Please continue to sit up straight. Straight back is a disciplined back. Okay. Mentation. Process or result of mental activity. Mentation. Good. Think about the word. Mentation. Remember the ending, shun. Where do we familiarise that sound with? Shun. Tion. Good. Seems to me like you get distracted in your English lessons and your math lessons. Maybe you need more of a challenge to keep you awake and interested. Okay, 2 more. And let's go to N. Necessary. Now, if you can spell this, I will be particularly impressed. Excellent. Do you know it's very common for people to get the S's and the C's mixed up? So N-E-C. Good. Fantastic. Let's write this down. Okay then. Our final word. We'll begin with O. Are you ready? Do you think you can finish off well? Yes? Okay. Let's try ombudsman. You've heard of a, for example, a financial ombudsman? Yeah? Okay. Think about the words, take your time, discipline yourself to think. Well, I must admit, I was definitely not expecting to have you listen and react so well to that test. Only got to O and you have got at least 10 right. So, let's have a little chat before you leave about discipline. So, when it comes to being disciplined, it's all about listening. Now, there will always be things that you don't want to do, and there will always be places that you'd rather be. But when you are in school, in this excellent school, may I add, which you are very lucky to be enrolled at, it's important to remember your place. And your place is here, amongst your fellow students who all want you to do well, including me and your teachers. And it would be a shame to see you go to the dark side of rebellion and poor marks. And whilst this detention session was just spelling, the next one won't be. The next one will involve some type of very boring physical activity, perhaps cleaning out some toilets, cleaning up the old muddy sports equipment, something that you'll find quite unpleasant and not particularly mentally challenging. So perhaps the next time you want to consider getting your phone out in class, passing a note, not listening, perhaps you'll just keep in mind the activities that you'll have to endure next time, and probably won't be as nice. Okay? So, I'd like you to recite to me 5 things that you've learnt about discipline. Always listen. Very good. A straight back is a disciplined back. Good. Spelling is important. Yes, not exactly a specific thing to discipline. Would you like to try some more? Can't think of 5. Okay. Phones are for home. Okay? When you're here, your mind is on your books and on your teachers and on your classes. Okay? Any form of entertainment is for outside the classroom, and even then I would encourage you to do some kind of meaningful activity like reading. Okay? Now, also when it comes to discipline, one must always be polite. Okay? It's important to hold oneself well. Always say please and thank you. This leads to a more disciplined self. Okay? Learning how to hold oneself properly in the world and converse with each other. Okay, well, I'm hearing what you're saying, but if I'm honest, it doesn't really make a difference. You're here to learn and focus, and if you're not going to do that, then you will be punished. Okay? So, have I made myself clear today? Excellent. Now, I mentioned that there won't be anything for you to write. However, let me give you this. Here you are. Well, as you'll see, that is a lined piece of paper. And I would like you to write a page, being rather generous there, just a page on what discipline means to you and why it's important to remain disciplined at all times. Can you do this? Oh, I expect it on my desk by tomorrow morning. You've got an after-school activity. Well, what a shame. I'm afraid this essay must be on my desk. Otherwise, maybe it's detention number 6. Good. Okay then, well, you may stand up and leave, but I will be having a little further discussion with your teachers to see how we can prevent this from happening again. Okay? Very good. Please. Quietly shut the door. The youth of today. Right, consult with teachers. We have the meeting tomorrow. I need to talk to Mr. Hemmersworth about the science experiment that went slightly wrong. And of course, number 4 on the to-do list, take over the school and have the headmistress fired. Just need to find the dirt. Okay, good. Now, I better select my book for book club.